All right, what's up, guys? Anthony here, Special Analysis. Welcome to the video. Going to recap my read on crude oil from this morning, kind of walk you through my thought process throughout the kind of session here, let you know what I was looking at, what I liked, what I didn't like, where some of my concerns were, and where I took action. So we look at pivots and all kinds of computer populated levels. And then I go the next mile and I generate my own analysis. So classically trained in long-handed analysis, took the charter market technician course. I really like having both my personal populated analysis and the computer populated analysis. Kind of gives me a real kind of heads up on where those two things collide. There's a good chance that we're going to either find support or resistance. So taking kind of a deeper look as we got together this morning with my traders, 8 o'clock this morning, you can see crude was really kind of in this sell-off here, right? So here's a session open Sunday night, kind of sideways. We take a dip. And you can see this area here very specifically was, offering some resistance. So you can see we hit it once, hit it twice, hit it 3 times, pushed us finally and broke through these kind of descending lows. Let me just kind of clean this up a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. And I was very specifically looking at this level here that I have in the white box. So there's a couple channel structures that came into this area. Looked like we were experiencing some exhaustion. We did hit this support really well. We did get a reversal candle pretty strong right here. And essentially what happened was we did confirm by closing above this little short-term descending trend line here. And then we did retest that white box. And I told my traders, I'm like, listen, if we hold 82.80 to 82.70, that's going to dictate what happens next. If we hold it, we're going higher. Higher to where? Well, of course, we got the VWAPs, but 83.20, 83.30, kind of the area in focus here. If we break this, we still got to settle below 82.5 and then confirm. So this was really an area of, if we reverse, this kind of sets the stage for the market potentially going higher. And that's ultimately what happened. We popped up, found support, overcame both VWAPs, overcame 83.30, and then onward into this channel structure here, 83.5, where we placed a pretty strong wick, and then we fell back. So we fell back into basically sideways VWAPs, right? These VWAPs were going basically nowhere. There was no identifiable movement here. So, I told them, I'm like, 83.30 really depends on how we depart that area in order to potentially carry on. Now, I liked support here at 83.03, very specifically, and I liked resistance here at the high of this candle, which is 83.38. And you can see we ping-ponged in there for quite a while, but notice we were setting slightly higher lows, okay? Also, we can go a little deeper into Delta, but here nor there, we were kind of holding some firm support here. So we ran back up, we broke this prior high, and again, identified an area of what could be high probability support, right? So we popped up. We're above resistance. We got some good buying pressure here. We pull back in, find some support, and we drive higher. Now, I give these levels to my traders every morning before we get started. Okay, I talk my way through them as I'm reading them, as I'm trading them, as I'm going through the whole thought process. 84.40 was the next level of interest. So we placed this strong reversal candle here. This candle topped out at 84.40, okay? So this came in, we pulled back, got a little bit of selling, we came back and retested it, got a little bit of pressure, came back and retested it, ultimately just grabbed a little bit of liquidity that was slightly above it, and then we started the process of reversing. We reversed down to the rolling VWAP, followed by the fixed VWAP, this channel line, so on and so forth. But point of the matter is, okay, you can try to trade every nook and cranny, or you could just look for the high probability setups. Okay? I Was looking for a rotation down here to push me higher. It did. We got pushed a little higher than expected. Fell into consolidation. Next play, what happens after consolidation, right? Here's the breakout. Here's the retest. What is this area that was previously identified as resistance now becomes support, okay? So from this level, right, we turn to look for an opportunity to go long. So market pushes up, market pulls back, market pushes up. We don't have resistance, calculated resistance, until we reach 84.40. So we're here at 83.70 to 84.40. That's 70 ticks, okay? So really beautiful opportunity here from the break of this high into 84.40, 70 ticks. Wonderful. And so that was opportunity after the opening bell. Prior to the opening bell was, again, the reversal that transpired down here. We broke back above. Told my traders, listen, if we hold 82.80 to 82.70, there's a chance that we probably push to the fixed VWAP for 15, the rolling VWAP, the fixed VWAP for another 35, and here into 83.30, which put us at 50 ticks. And if you held it all the way through, because it just really aggressively pushed, this next resistance level here also offered 75 ticks. So 2 moves, different in the sense that this is a reversal, okay? This is chop. This is impulse, find support, and continuation. So 2 different setups today. First, reversal identified. First thing, that's like 8 o'clock this morning, right as we get together. This is all transpiring. I'm telling them, I'm like, listen, I'm going through the 4 markets, NASDAQ, S&P, crude oil, and gold. And I'm like, hey, guys, listen, you know, this 82.80 to 82.70 area probably playing a key role here. If we break below it, we continue lower. We have to get below support slightly below it. Or if we reverse, we take the push higher. Impulse, correction, impulse through the prior high proves here that the prior high is now support, and we run from this resistance level, now newly appointed support, all the way to this resistance level, all the way up here, which we were targeting all morning, 84.40, as far as this push higher. Now, could we have gone higher? Of course we could. Okay, but we're looking at much higher time frame analysis, not looking to nickel and dime the market, looking for low risk, high probability, highly calculated moves. Okay, now let me just be clear about something before you go, oh, I want to come to your room. Okay, great, that's all fine and well. I don't tell you where to buy and sell. Okay, I'm not a believer in that. I'm a believer in providing you with the service I offer, and the service I offer is analysis, meaning telling you about key levels, telling you what could potentially happen, and then what could potentially go wrong. Because any analyst realizes that the market's not always going to do what they expect it to do. That trading is a 2-sided street. It can go higher, it can go lower. It can go nowhere, like it was going nowhere here at 83.30. My job is to interpret the price action, tell you what I believe is happening, and tell you what could happen next to one side and what could go wrong and go the other side. What you do with that information is up to you. Okay? I don't want to mislead anybody. I am 150% transparent. I am a market analyst. I do trade my own money. Okay? I do this for a living, and I do analyze the NASDAQ, the S&P, light sweet crude oil, and gold from 8 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I leave all my analysis and all my tools for your use throughout the entire session, right into the closing bell. So is the value there? 150%, right? But if you're looking for somebody to tell you where to buy, tell you what to risk, and tell you where to sell, that's not who I am. That's entertainment, okay? A real trader knows that analysis is valuable, and that they need to take that analysis, put it into their own personal trade plan, defining their own risk and defining their own execution. And that's exactly how I operate. So if you guys want to learn more, there's some links below, but I just wanted to kind of talk you through how I interpreted the crude market this morning with predetermined levels and exactly how it all played out. So I appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, I ask you to like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. God bless, and I will see you in the next video.